So Nathan, today we'll work on word problems on quadratic equations. Okay, I'll take one question. I'll do it one for you. The next one you try yourself. Okay. Yeah. The question is the product of two consecutive positive integers is 156. Find the integers. So consecutive positive integers, right? That means just next to each other, like how we have 4 and 5. They are consecutive. Consecutive means just next to each other. So what we're gonna do is we'll take any one number as x. Let the number be x, right? So the second number will be x plus 1, isn't it? Because they are consecutive numbers. So let the number be x. So the next number will be x plus 1. Now they're saying product of two consecutive positive integers. So that means they're going to multiply to become 156. So x times x plus 1 is 156. Now open up the brackets. This will become x square plus x equal to 156. You can bring 156 to this side to make it a quadratic equation. So this will become x square plus x minus 156 equal to 0. And now you can either use the splitting the middle term or you can use the quadratic formula to solve this. Let's use the quadratic formula. So if we compare this with the standard quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So a will come out to be 1, b is 1, and c is minus 156. Now, quadratic formula if we use, that says it's, I think, left space. Quadratic formula is minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now we just have to plug in the values. So that will be equal to minus b. What is your b? 1. So minus 1 plus minus b square. B square is 1 only. So 1 square is 1, right? Minus 4 times 1 because a is also 1 times c, which is 156 upon
All right.
2a,
So
which is 2 into 1. Now we have to expand a little. So this will become minus 1 plus minus, and this is minus 156. Yeah. So this will gonna become 1 plus. So you can multiply 156 with 4, and then we need to find out their square root. So 6 times 4 is 24. To carry forward, 5 times 4 20 22. 2 1 times 4 and 6 624. And then divide by 2. If I take a little up, this will gonna become minus 1 plus minus square root of 625 divided by 2. Do you know what is the square root of 625, Nathan?
625.
Yeah. What is the square root of 625? I think it's 25.
It's 25.
Yes. So this will gonna become minus 1. Now you take
Wait, I have a question.
plus
What if I
25.
am? What if I have exactly 36 hours to spin myself into a perfect circle?
Hmm.
I
I'll
know.
I'll come back to your question, Nathan. So this will be minus 1 plus 25 upon 2, and this will be minus 1 minus 25 upon 2. So this will gonna become plus minus is minus, right? So I let me create a space for me. Yeah, so this will gonna become 24 upon 2, which is basically 12. And here This will become minus 26 upon 2, which is minus 13. This cannot be the answer, minus 13, because they have already have told in the question that is the positive integer. So our answers will be 12 and 13, because 12 is one of the number. So the other number was x plus 1, right? So this is x is 12. So the next number, consecutive number, will be 13, because we have considered it as x plus 1, right? So it will be 12 plus 1, which is 13. So our answers are 12 and 13. Let me put in one window so that you can see. One second. Yeah. Have you written down this question, buddy?
I am.
Okay. Yeah. Any doubts in this? So what all we did, we considered any one number to be x, and because these were consecutive positive integers, we consider the next number as x plus 1. And then we, as per the question, they have told that product of these numbers is 156. So we multiply those x and x plus 1 and equate it to 156. We expand it, and that turned out to be a quadratic equation. And then what we did, we compare it with the standard quadratic equation, and from where we get the values of a, b, and c. And then we had input these values of a, b, and c into the quadratic formula, and from there we get the values of two values of x, basically 12 and minus 13. Minus 13 was ruled out because the question says these are positive integers, so we went with the 12. So if x is 12, the next number will be 12 plus 1, which is 13. That's what this question was all about. Let's take another example.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, you can see the question. The question is, a rectangle has a length that is 5 centimeter more than its width. Its area is 84 centimeters square. Find its dimensions. That become quite bigger. Yeah.
All right. So what was it again?
So let the width be x. Please write it down. So width will be x. So they are saying the length is 5 centimeter more than its width, right? So length will be what? X plus 5.
Length would be
X plus 5, right? So what do you think? What we should do next, Nathan? How we can proceed to make a quadratic equation? What should be our next step, Nathan? What is the area of a rectangle formula?
it's length times width.
Super, buddy. So area, as we already know, is length times breadth. So here the length is x plus 5 and the breadth is x, right? And they also have given us the area. So 84. We just had input the values. Now we just have to expand it how we did in the previous case. Will you like to give a try?
Uh,
Try it on your notebook. Parallelly, I will do it over here. So yeah, you do it on a notebook, then we'll see. So we get this quadratic equation. Now, where if we compare this with the standard quadratic equation, we get a equal to 1, b equal to 5, and c equal to minus 84. Now we can put in again in the quadratic formula x equal to minus b plus minus. This is easy to do. Quadratic formula is easy because splitting the middle term sometimes it takes time to figure it out the numbers which will be those two numbers which can add up to b, and when you multiply those, the answer comes out to be a times c. So that is sometimes become challenging to figure it out those numbers. So you can use this quadratic formula. So minus b is what here? Minus 5 plus minus again 5 square minus 4 times 1 times minus 84 divided by 2 times 1. Now just expand it. Minus 5 plus minus 5 square is 25, and 84 plus 4 into 84 times 4 you need to do. You can do it over here. So 4 times 4 is 16, 1, 8 times 4 32 plus 1 33 divided by 2. Let me take it a little this side. Yeah. And 25 plus 33 36 you can do. So 6 plus 5 will become 11, 1, 4 to 6, 361, and divide by 2. So 361 will be the square root of which number? Is it 19? You can check. So 9981 8 and 198 plus 17, right? And then yeah, you just write 19 here. So 197 16 1. This is how you can figure it out. How I came to know? Because 20 times 20 is 400. So this has to be lesser than the 20. The square root of 361 has to be lesser than 20, but very near to 20. And why 19? Because the the product of the one place, right? Product of the ones place of these numbers will result in 1, which is over here. That will give you an idea. So this will become minus 5 plus minus 19 upon 2. Now you take positive value 1, and 1 you take the negative value. If you take the positive value, you get 14 upon 2, which is 7. And if you take minus value, then it will be minus 24 upon 2, which is minus 12. We cannot take this one because length distance cannot be negative. Length cannot be negative. So we'll go with this. So if we see the question from the beginning, we have supposed width to be x, right? So that is 7. And length will be 7 plus 5, which is 12. And if you multiply also, 12 times 7 is 84 only, which is there. So we verified our answer, isn't it? Do you understand this question, Nathan?
50-50.
Okay, so what we have done, let us revise it once again, how we did it for the previous question. So here they were saying that the length is more than the width by 5, and the area of this rectangle is 84. So width we have considered it as x, and because the length was 5 more, so we have considered it as x plus 5. And as you said, area of the rectangle is length into breadth, so we did the same. So area equal to length into breadth, and we had input the values of length, which was x plus 5, and breadth as x, and area is given as 84. We just input the values, and then we expand it. We open up the brackets. So x times x is x square, and 5 times x is 5x, which is equal to 84. We, we brought 84 to the other side, and that becomes x square plus 5x minus 84 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Now we compared it with the standard quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? And we got the values of a, b, and c. Now we had input those values in the quadratic formula, which is x equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So once we input the values into it, we got the value of x as 5. How much it was? We got it as 7 and minus 12. So we'll only go with 7 because distance cannot be negative. So we cannot take minus 12 as our answer. So we took x. So our answer came out to be 7. So x is 7 means the width is 7. And the length was 5 more than that. So that's why we did plus 5. And that makes the length as 12. And even if you multiply 12 and 7, you will get 84. That means whatever we have done is right. That makes sense, buddy? You understood now, Nathan?
Yeah.
Super, buddy. So we'll take one more, and that will make our understanding even better.
Also, there's a spider on your ceiling.
Okay.
There's a spider on your ceiling.
Not sure, buddy.
There's a spider on your ceiling. Like you're. There's a spider on your ceiling.
I don't know, buddy. I'll see. Okay. I'll check. So, Nathan, can you tell me this question that you have understood? The sum of a number and its square is 30. So, can you tell me how will you form the quadratic equation?
Uh, does x equal 5?
No, I'm not asking the answers,
Would it be
Nathan.
5 and negative 6?
Mm, no, read the question.
Sum of number and its square is 30.
Hmm. The number and the square of it.
Well, the square is 30. I just figured it out.
Hmm. So, how will you form the quadratic equation first of all? So, let the number
Okay,
be
x
x.
squared plus x equals 30.
Again, say it.
X squared plus x equals 30.
Super, buddy. That's what I was asking.
And
Now,
like I said, it's negative 6 and 5.
that we are not sure. That we need to check
Is it? No, no, actually do it right now.
because
Like if
it
I'm
it
correct, then I get like 1 billion like dollars.
okay. So let me take 30 to this side. So this will become xk plus x minus 30 equal to 0. Again, the same thing, buddy. We need to compare with the standard quadratic equation and find out the values of a, b, and c. So if a will come out to be has 1, b is also 1, and c is minus 30. Now, very simple. Put this into the quadratic formula. Let me write this. Question only got dropped. 1 second. Okay, anyhow, we know the question. So let me take it to this side a little. Yeah. Hmm. So if we put into the standard, yeah, we have compared already with the standard quadratic equation, and we have find out the values of a, b, and c. Now we are inputting into the quadratic formula. So minus b means minus 1 plus minus 1 square is 1 minus 4 times 1 times minus 30 upon 2 times 1, and that will become minus 1 plus minus 1 plus 120 upon 2, and that will be equal to minus 1 plus minus square root of 121 upon 2. So this will be equal to minus 1 plus minus 11 upon 2, because square root of 121 is 11. Now you can take two values, minus 1 plus 11 upon 2, or you can take minus 1 minus 11 upon 2. But this again will be ruled out because this cannot be negative. Can be, because it's not a
What?
distance, right? So we'll take both the things. We'll see
Bruh.
later. So 11 minus 1 will be 2. 11 minus 1 will be 10. 10 divided by 2 will be 5. So one answer is coming out to be 5, and other will be minus 12 divided by 2, which is minus 6. So our numbers are 5. So if we see what was the question, if we paste it again, let me take it up and then say paste it. Okay, the sum of the number and its square is 30. Let us see if that works out. If I take it 5, so 5 square plus 5, is it 30? Yes, that's correct, because this becomes 25 plus 5 is 30. But if I take it minus 6, it may not work out. Minus 6 plus minus 6 square, is that works out? I think this will also work out, because minus 6 and this becomes 36, and 36 plus minus is minus, 36 minus 6 is 30. So both satisfies. So you can say 5 and minus 6 are the answers. It's not like because 5 times minus 6 is minus 30, that's why we are taking these numbers. No. Why? Because these satisfy the conditions. So what all we have done in this question, if we again drag it, yes, we start from here. So what we did, we have taken the number to be x, and then the other number has to be the square of it, right? So x square plus x, and the sum is 30, and then it becomes a quadratic equation. We compare it with the standard one, and we got the values of a, b, and c, and then we had input this into the quadratic formula. Once you put into the quadratic formula, you got the values of x as 5 and minus 6, and we tested this, that is that both satisfy the equation or not, and both have satisfied it. So both satisfied, so numbers can be either 5 or minus 6, because both of them will satisfy the quadratic equation, that sum of the number and its square will be 30. 5 also we checked and 6 also we checked. Both answers coming out to be 30. So that means answers are 5 and 6. If they would have told that if the question would have been sum of a positive number and its square is 30, then only 5 would have been the right answer, because minus 6 is negative. Or if they would have told the sum of a negative number and its square is 30, then minus 6 would have been the answer, not 5. So it all, you can alter the question. So this is what we have done. Any doubts, buddy, in this question? All is fine?
Yeah.
Super. That's good, Nathan. Okay, one more question, Nathan. We'll take it age problem question. Very common questions. And yeah,
What is an example of a very, very common question in your eyes?
like age problems, speed problems, these questions keep coming. So age problems, then we also have, as we did in the beginning, some of the numbers will be this. What are the two numbers? The rectangle area problems, that also are very common. Rational fractions, there's a fraction, you add 5 to the numerator, 3 to the denominator, the fraction becomes this. Find out the fraction. So all these questions are very common questions. Okay, let's try doing this, Nathan. Can you read this question? Yes.
Uh,
Okay, so father is 4 times as old as his son. Okay,
Father, what is Dad doing here?
okay, so let the
What is Dad doing here? What is Dad?
son is x and the father is 4 plus x plus 4, you can say. because father is 4 times as old as his son. 5 years ago means if you take it backwards, the 5 years ago, what was the scenario? One second.
The scenario is where I exist.
So 5 years ago,
Definitely.
the the scale, what will be the ages of the sun? 5 years ago, the sun will be x minus 5 because currently the sun age is x. So 5 years ago, definitely x minus 5. Similarly, father will also be 5 less. That come out to be x minus 1.
All right.
Now, they have given a relation. The scale of the father's age means if you scale the father's age, the scale of the father's age was 9 times the scale of the son's age. This is the quadratic equation. I
You're
have to
talking about the
simplify.
sun. The sun.
Yeah, nine
The
times
sun.
9 times the scale of the sun's age. Now let's try solving it. So this will gonna become x square. If you open up the bracket, this is a minus b raised to power 2 identity. So a minus b raised to power 2 is a raised to power 2 plus b raised to power 2 minus 2ab. So this will gonna become x square plus 1 minus 2x equal to 9, and this also we have to use the identity. So x square plus 25 minus 10x. Now expand it, open up the bracket. This will become 9x square. 25 times 9, that is 225 minus 90x. Now bring it everything on the left hand side. So this become x square minus 9x square plus 1 minus 225 minus 2x plus 90x equal to 0. Everything, I have changed the sign. So minus 90x has become 90x, 225 become minus 225, and 9x square become minus 9x square. So this become minus 8x square, and this become plus 88x because 90 minus 2, and this become plus 2 to 4. I mean minus 2 to 4 because minus is bigger, equal to 0. Now drag it a little. I think we can divide this with 8. Will it? If it to 16. Yeah, we can. So this become minus x square plus 11x, and you can divide 2 to 4 with 8. So what will you get? So 8 times 2 is 16, 28. All right. Now here you can put minus 28 equals 0. Now you can divide. So what I have did, I just have divided this equation with 8. And now I'm dividing with minus 1 so that my coefficient of x square become positive. So x square minus 11x plus 28 equal to 0. Now again we can use the quadratic formula, or if you want to use the splitting the middle term, that also can be used. But you have to figure it out, those two numbers which add up to minus 11, and when you multiply, answer comes out to be 28. You can do that actually. You can write the how you can get 28. 1 into 28, you can get 2 times 14 or 7 times 4. I think that will work out. So you can take x square minus 7x minus 4x plus 28 equal to 0. Now from here you can take x common, and from here you take minus 4 common. So here this become x minus 4 times x minus 7 equal to 0. Now either x will be equal to 4 or x will be equal to 7. That's what our answers are. So where were we? We have we have considered the sun age as x. So if sun age is 4, or else have we done somewhere wrong? We need to check. So if we start from here, right, 4 times, right? So not x plus 4, it should have been 4x. Here we did mistake, right? We thought it's 4 more, it's 4 times, right? So here we need to do 4x. So if we do 4x over here, then we have to do all the corrections everywhere. So here also it will be 4x. Why are answers coming wrong? Because it cannot be that less. So here it will gonna become 4x. Everywhere we need to make the corrections. Good. That's how we learn. So 4x minus 5. I thought you will figure it out this. So 4x minus 5, and now we have to input these values. Yeah. Now here also 4x minus 5. We'll take it. So this will become 4x minus 5, and that's correct. That is correct only. And now we have to solve it a little. Let me take it up. Yeah, we need to basically erase everything because the values will come quite different. I'll keep this identity as it is, but that also still be used. Yeah, are we all good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it first and then we'll come back.
W.
Now 4x, this becomes 16x here, and plus 25 minus 5 times 4 is 20 minus 40x. So 4x become 16, 25, 20. Yeah, that's correct. And this will gonna become, we have written before, but yeah, that's okay. So this become 9 times x cube plus 25 minus 10x. And now if you open up the bracket, this becomes 16x cube plus 25 minus 40x equal to 9x cube plus 225 minus, it was minus 10, right? So it become minus 90x. Now we'll bring it to the other side, buddy, how we did it last time.
Yeah. Wait, are you playing with the laser pointer too?
No. So now bring it
You
to
were, weren't you?
the 16x cube minus
You
9
were playing with it. Oh my god, this is. Oh my god.
minus
Oh my
40x
god.
plus 90x, because minus 40x is over here, minus 90x plus become plus 90x plus 25, and that's minus 225 equal to 0. So whenever you change the side, right, the sign will change. This become 16 minus 9, that is 7x cube. This become plus 50x, and this will become minus 200 equal to 0. Now we need to solve it. So I don't think using splitting the middle term will be a good approach here, because your answers may come different. One second. Means, yeah, it may be a little difficult to catch, or we can do it. 200 is, you need 1400 basically. I think you can use the quadratic formula. So x equal to minus 50 plus minus 50 square, which is 2500, minus, and 4 times 7, which is 28, and 28 into 2, 56, so plus 5600 divided by 14. Yeah, it will be little complex, but yeah, this is how it is. So 56 plus 25, because you need to find out the square root also now. So 5 plus 6 is 11, 1, and 5, 6, 8, 81. Oh, this become easier now, because you get 90 now. So this will be minus 50 plus minus 90 upon 14. We'll not go with the negative because each cannot be negative, right? So we'll remove that negative thing. One second. Yeah, we raised the previous one. So this will come out to be minus 50 plus 90 upon 14. And that will gonna come to be 40 because and 40 upon 14. And that is 20 upon 7. It's coming in fractions, right? So have we done correctly? That we need to check. So father was 4 times. Okay. X minus 5 is ego, right? So
Yeah.
4x minus 5. So x minus 4, x minus 5 square 16. X square that becomes 25 minus 40 because 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 2 is 40. Correct. Here also it is correct. X square plus 25. Yes, that's correct. And this becomes 10x. Fine enough. Then you multiplied it. Yes. And 90x. All looks good. And this become 9 minus 40 and then become plus 90. Correct. And 25 minus 2 to 5. Correct. And then we had just put in the values, right? That looks correct. Plus minus, and this become 81, that become 90, and 2 times 7 we did it 14. Yeah, so that's how this question is all about, Nathan. So we got the values of x and we can solve it. So what all questions we did today, Nathan, are you good with it?
Yeah.
You understood how we have solved it, right? So we understood, right, where we went wrong. We just took 4 plus. That is, if they say 4 more than, it's not 4 more than, it's 4 times, so we need to multiply. So that's how we figure it out, the equations, right? So when it's 4 times means we need to multiply, and when it's 4 more than, we have to add. So that's the thing we checked in this question, and we also have done 4 more questions before this. We are all good with the concept, right? How we have to form the word problems, how means how to have form the quadratic equation when the word problems are given, and then how to use the quadratic formula and splitting the middle term, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan.